Criminals are exploiting the indifference the general public has to the sound of a ringing bell. Where this indifference becomes downright dangerous is in protection from fire. In public buildings, we've gone a long way to providing detection systems that can be relied on, but they cannot easily reverse the effect of all those others that cry wolf. To tackle the problem in a different way, a team of research psychologists are meeting in a London hotel. They are looking not at the systems that detect the fire, but at the methods we use to sound the alarm.
We'll be demonstrating the issues inherent in...
Their work has been commissioned by Brian Piggott of the government's Fire Research Station at Boreham Wood.
Quite a lot of work has been done in the times for escape in terms of transit down corridors and how long that takes. But before that occurs, the people who go down those corridors have really got to believe there's a fire and choose to leave. And human behavior research, which the department has financed for some 10 years now, shows a clear gap in the hearing of an alarm and starting to escape. And in all the occupation groups we've looked at, there is this gathering phase, as it's called, where people try and gain enough information to make them believe there is a fire.
The team of psychologists are about to conduct an experiment to see if it's possible to shorten this gathering phase and get people to begin evacuation sooner. The experiment takes place in a research studio that has a secret observation room with a two-way mirror and hidden video camera. The first group of unknowing experimental subjects are led into this basement room. They believe they will later be called upstairs to be interviewed as part of a program of market research.
You don't seem to see the mirror.
A questionnaire is handed out. They are told that they will be left alone to fill this in. They will later be called when it's time to return upstairs. What they don't know is that before they finish their task, a fire alarm will go off in the corridor outside.
How long does it take to fill the questionnaire out? Not long, by the looks.
Certainly less than 10 minutes.
So we'll ring the alarm after about 5 minutes or so.
The alarm that this first group will hear is to be a conventional fire bell.
They're finishing off their questionnaire. Right. Should we ring the bell? Yeah. It's loud enough, I mean, you can all hear it, obviously.
Apart from an increase in group interaction as they discuss what the bell might mean, there's little other reaction.
They probably expect somebody to come along and tell them.
Or someone's going to move. I wonder who the first one to move is.
Why do you think someone will move?
In fact, the group exhibit the classic behavior pattern that researchers have noted from real fires.
Funny at the moment, don't they? They don't quite know how to interpret it.
They talk amongst themselves, trying to gather information from sources around them. But unless they're able to convince themselves that there really is a fire, they will not move.
They're deciding what to do.
I think she's going to get up. The girl on the left, that is.
That woman on the left, is she going?
She's going. Look, someone's going. She's going to go.
She's been wanting to go for a long time, but she was under a lot of pressure from the rest of the group.
It took 3 minutes from the start of the alarm for the first person to move. In fact, she will not return. The point of the experiment is to see what people will do when the only stimulus they have is a ringing alarm.
And they're behaving true to form.
It's now 10 minutes since the alarm was first raised. Only one person has so far left the room.
Someone's going.
Yep, she's going.
Could you talk amongst themselves a lot? Right, we'll all go in. Let's go and go. Let's go and grab them.
Yeah.
Finally, at 11 minutes, the rest of the group make their move and the experiment is ended.
Right, well, we have a few questions to ask you. We're a research group, and we'd like to know what your initial thoughts were about the bell that you heard.
It took me a long time to decide whether I should take it seriously or not. And then I thought, well, I should take it seriously. It might be a real fire. But it was a real dilemma, whether to act on it or not.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a nurse.
And did that alter your behaviour?
Definitely, because it's part of my training to react to a fire bell.
This confirms what had long been suspected. In an untrained population, a conventional alarm sound does not provide enough information to motivate a response. But what would happen if more information were supplied, for example, by a spoken message accompanying the fire bell? This will now be tested with another group in the second part of the experiment. The second group of unknowing subjects are led into the basement room.
We'll give them the same length of time again. Try and keep everything the same. Just before they finish the questionnaire, we'll do the alarm.
Do we have the same number of men and women as before?
We should have.
I think we've got an extra woman, have we, this time? Shouldn't make any difference, though, should it?
Not if it is a general point.
The researchers are careful to ensure that everything is the same for this group as for the one before. The only difference is to be the alarm they will hear once they're engrossed in the task of filling in the questionnaire.
I wonder how they'll react relative to the other group.
It's time to ring the alarm, I think. Slight emergency. Nothing at the moment.
Attention, this is an intelligent fire warning system. There is a fire above you on the ground floor. Evacuate now.
Yeah, do you want to go and get them?
30 seconds after sounding the alarm, the room is empty. Compared with the 11 minutes that it took the first group to leave, the effectiveness of the informative alarm is quite astonishing.